Now, based upon your education, based upon the many positions that you held in Scientology, and your experiences as you have outlined, do you have an opinion as to whether or not the organization of the Church of Scientology is or holds itself out sincerely as a religious organization?
Okay, hold on. Objection is the form. But Ken, is this the point where you would say to the court that I am tendering him as an expert? And if so, can you tell us what you're tendering him as an expert in?
You know, I would tell you that in the last 8 years, I have had every judge instruct me and opposing counsel that they will not permit a tendering of an expert for voir dire questioning to establish the expert's credibility before the court.
Not credibility. Not credibility.
Qualifications, excuse me.
You just were in a proceeding in a probate court in Pinellas County where the court did precisely that.
And that was
you tendered him as an expert. We tendered him as an expert. You did voir dire. We did voir dire.
That was the only exception to my statement, had I not been interrupted. You already know from yesterday that Mr. Young is being tendered as an expert on the false image of religiosity created by the Church of Scientology for improper purposes. These images are not sincerely held. He's also being tendered as an expert as to the command lines of Scientology, the power of the Sea Org, and the power of David Miscavige in personally handling PR flaps, such as Lisa McPherson.
Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Now, in every proceeding that I've ever been involved in the last 25 years, and I've tried a few of them, both as a prosecutor and as a defense lawyer. So now wait a minute, civil and criminal. Just hold on.
Go ahead.
You've been going on, we've gone through painfully the entire life history as a Scientologist of Vaughn Young. We're finally to where it is that I suppose that you said you were going. In my 25-year experience, I always got voir dire. You say no, and I say it's late in the day. Okay, so A, fine. You want to go ahead and ask him these questions, you can do it, but we object. We object under, as we stated earlier, under Daubert and Cumho.
You don't have to repeat yourself. You're wasting time. You already objected.
I'm not wasting time.
You objected at the beginning. You don't have to repeat it. I agree with you that you have a running objection.
Okay, and that we have a right at some point in this deposition to do a voir dire as to his qualifications.
You can do it on cross-examination.
No, it's not cross-examination. Voir dire is totally different.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that. I'm asking him his opinions now. I want to get finished with this direct examination. You can do whatever you want to do.
Now Jesse's passing notes to Vaughn Young?
I asked, the paper was on the other side of Jesse and I couldn't find it.
These are exhibits that Mr. Young copied for his deposition today that we aren't using right now.
Well, then there's no need for them to communicate while this is going on.
Listen, there's no pending question.
And sending them over.
There's just a big waste of time going on. I want to continue the deposition.
You know what, this is, I mean, what as a defense lawyer am I supposed to do? It's a waste of time that I'm objecting to you tendering this guy as an expert? You got to be kidding me.
I want the record to be clear that we're not, that for Mr. Kardazinski, we adopt Mr. Weinberg's objection.
I'm sure you all adopt his objection.
We want to make sure that it's clear we're not waiving our rights under the rules of evidence to voir dire this witness before it was separate and apart from our cross-examination.
Ken, the reason I think it's important to do this is now you have asked him questions which you have now stated are as a fact witness as opposed to an expert witness, and it appears you are headed toward that area finally. Additionally, I want to make an objection and ask you, Mr. Dandar, is he about to offer an opinion against Janice Johnson individually in this trial?
As I told you in court, and as you found out this morning, this morning, Mr. Young is not here to offer any opinions concerning the 3 individuals who are currently represented in this room.
I'm preserving that objection so I can get an
Okay.
appropriate limiting instruction at the time you attempt to proffer this information to the jury.
That's fine.
Okay, who is he being offered? What parties is he being offered against?
Flag and David Miscavige.
I have to get up.
Now, Mr. Miscavige, as you
Go ahead.
Fast find-
very
find a
clear,
break
is
point
not
of this
here
Wait a minute.
represented.
We can only have one person talking at a time.
Just so the record is clear, Mr. Miscavige is not represented at this testimony.
Yeah, that is interesting. I've been waiting, I believe, almost a month now for Mr. Miscavige's counsel to accept service.
And there's some, I mean, I don't represent Mr. Miscavige, but is there some obligation that Mr. Miscavige's counsel has to accept service?
Just that he was going to do it, and now it's on hold, waiting for Mr. Miscavige's response.
As I understand it, you just filed the amended complaint yesterday, right?
Technically, it was filed in the court file yesterday, but everyone else was served with it, including Mr. Miscavige's
No, but you just
counsel.
filed it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, wait, go ahead and ask your question. Subject
Let
to
the
our
record
break.
I just want the record to reflect that in the interim, while the colloquy was going on, after the witness conferred with Mr. Prince, who is sitting just off camera throughout this entire testimony in a very peculiar position because everybody else is sitting around the table, and Mr. Prince is sitting sort of behind the witness's shoulder, as close as he could be without being on camera range. After they conferred, Mr. Prince then wrote a note out and then passed it on to Mr. Dandar. I just want the record to be clear on that.
Unfortunately, again, your imagination is taking the best of you.
Would you want to pass over that note that you got?
Mr. Prince is sitting here assisting me with handling these voluminous documents, as you well
We've got
know.
9 documents that you put it down.
Well, I've decided to pare this back. Where's my...
Are we taking a break?
Apparently so.
I'm really trying to get one.
All right, go ahead, take a break.
I'm gonna get some water.
4:40, we're off the record.